कि आप किसी इंस्टीट्यूट में जॉब कर रहे हैं, आप वहाँ पे काम कर रहे हैं, कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, वहाँ के इंस्टीट्यूट के जो सीईओ हैं या कोई एग्जीक्यूटिव मेंबर है जैसे वाइस चांसलर हैं, उनके साथ आपकी मीटिंग है। यू हैव प्रिपेयर्ड योरसेल्फ फॉर द मीटिंग इन ऑल दोज डेज, और आप उस डे के लिए रेडी हो रहे हैं, आप घर से निकलते हैं, यू आर ऑल प्रिपेयर्ड, यू आर रेडी एंड यू आर प्रेजेंटेबल, and all of a sudden something happens and you cannot reach to your destination. How would you react? I'm sure most of you will be panicked. And human being can be panicked in this situation. Nervous हो जाएगा, panic हो जाएगा, और जब आप panic हो जाएंगे तो आपको situation को किस तरह से handle करना है आपको इसके बारे में बिल्कुल भी याद नहीं रहेगा, क्योंकि आपकी सारी एनर्जी, आपका फोकस उस पैनिक मोड में चला जाता है और आप उस एक सर्वाइवल से मोड में आ जाते हैं। आप एक्सक्यूजेस ढूंढना शुरू कर देते हैं कि व्हेन आई विल सी दैट पर्सन अगेन, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ एक्सक्यूज आई विल गिव। आपका माइंड उस एक पर्टिकुलर मोड में चला जाता है कि आपने उस सिचुएशन से आप अपने आप को किस तरह से निकाल लें। द सेम सिचुएशन हैपन विद मी टुडे, and I'm going to talk about this situation with you, that what I have done in this situation, and what strategy I would like you to follow to come out of that situation. If you are new to my channel, then my name is Dr. Shmaila Iram. I'm currently working as a senior lecturer in the UK University. I am currently working as a program leader for MSc Data Science and Applied Artificial Intelligence. I have been linked with academia since last 18 years, and during that time I am now helping the MSc by research students, MSc students, as well as the PhD students who want to come their country on a scholarship to any UK institute. And if you have any question related to that, you can come back to me and I will guide you. Okay, and now I'm coming back to the situation. I was coming to the university this morning, 11:30 पर मेरी presentation थी with the Vice Chancellor for my CMI course, that is Leadership and Management course. यूनिवर्सिटी में जो भी एम्प्लॉयज़ जो हैं वो एक सर्टन स्टेज पे आ जाते हैं जहाँ पे यूनिवर्सिटी को ये रियलाइज़ होता है कि दे कैन गो फॉर अ लीडरशिप रोल, तो वो उनको एक CMI का कोर्स जो है वो ऑफर करते हैं। ठीक है, उसमें आपको नंबर ऑफ असाइनमेंट्स हैं जो कंप्लीट करके देनी होती हैं, उसके साथ साथ आपकी जो एंड पे है वो VC के साथ एक प्रेजेंटेशन होती है। आई हैव कंप्लीटेड ऑल द असाइनमेंट्स विच वर बेसिकली 2 असाइनमेंट्स, वो जो मैंने कंप्लीट की और मैंने डिस्टिंक्शन ली, मैंने इनको पास किया। और आज मेरी प्रेजेंटेशन थी विद द वाइस चांसलर फॉर दैट CMI प्रोग्राम, जिसमें मैंने एक्सप्लेन करना था कि व्हाट आई हैव लर्न फ्रॉम द CMI लीडरशिप प्रोग्राम, व्हाट चैलेंजेस आई हैव आइडेंटिफाइड एंड व्हाट रोड मैप आई हैव डिफाइंड फॉर माई सेल्फ, हाउ आई एम गोइंग टू ग्रो एज अ लीडर, जिसके लिए मैंने अपनी सारी प्रेजेंटेशन तैयार कर ली थी। मैंने वो प्रेजेंटेशन VC को लास्ट नाइट जो है वो फॉरवर्ड भी कर दी थी, एंड आई वाज ट्रैवलिंग टुडे. I was in a very happy mood and I was all presentable, as you can see me now. तो मैं बिल्कुल जब जा रही थी and all of a sudden I saw that on the motorway, on the highway जिसको कहते हैं, the cars were started getting slowed down, and there was an indicator on the monitor that the speed will be 40 miles instead of 70 miles. I just realized that something has happened today, you know, and but as I moved forward, I realized, you know, there was a notification on the motorway that there is a big collision happened somewhere on the motorway, so the whole traffic is jammed. And first I thought maybe it will take 10 to 15 minutes or maybe half an hour. Usually it takes this much time, but as the time passes, you know, like as the time passed, I realized, you know, like there wasn't any motion in the cars, no one is moving ahead. So I started checking on the Google Map and Waze, different type of softwares, and then I realized, you know, there is a big collision happened, and the waiting time could probably go from 2 hours to beyond, you know. That was the real panic situation for me, because this was the first time I was going to see the Vice Chancellor, you know, since my last 9 years in the university. I did meet him in the collective meetings with the other people, you know, like in the joint meetings. However, this was the first time, like face to face and one-to-one, and I was talking about myself, I was talking about my research, you know, like this was the first time I was going to see the Vice Chancellor in that particular capacity. तो मेरे लिए एक बड़ी अनसर्टन अनफॉर्चुनेट सिचुएशन थी, शुरू में मैं थोड़ा सा पैनिक हुई, बट देन आई थॉट like this is life, this is how things happen. Like uncertain situations happen, the most unfavorable things happen in your life. So I thought, okay, what is the best thing I should be doing in this situation? The first thing I realized, I should be grateful that I am alive, I am safe. There is no other blessing that can compete this blessing. You are safe, you are alive, and you are happy. There's nothing that kind of situation that something happened to you. So I was very, very grateful that I'm safe. So the next thing I did, so I thought, okay, because I'm not sure when I'm going to see the Vice Chancellor, whether I will be able to reach in time or not. What I did, I went to the university website. I took the name of the manager, the executive manager of the Vice Chancellor, and I just started calling her on my, because the traffic was all stopped, so it was easier for me to pick up the phone and call to the relevant person. So I called that lady, and Rachel, and I just told her, this is the situation developing on the motorway, and in this situation I don't know what is the best thing I can do. So I thought I should call to the relevant people, and at least I make them aware about the situation. So the first thing I did, I made the relevant people aware of the situation, how it is developing. So now I'm not the only one who is looking for this situation, who is in the situation, but there are other people alongside me who are looking for how the situation is developing. So I took that burden from my shoulder, and now instead of me only in that situation, there are other people looking into the situation. So she was also looking into the situation, I was looking into the situation, and we were making a plan how we should move forward. अब देखें कि किस तरह से एक पैनिक मोड से मैं एक बहुत ही प्रैक्टिकल सिचुएशन के अंदर आ गई, जहाँ पर हम लोगों ने एक प्रैक्टिकल स्टेप लिया कि अगर तो मैं 15 to 20 मिनट से हाफ एन आवर लेट होती हूँ, तो आई स्टिल कैन मैनेज टू get some slot for my presentation, but if not, then we will move ahead, and then we will book and reschedule it with some other for some other time. और ऐसा ही हुआ. I was stuck for more than 2 hours, and I just after almost 1.5 hours, I called her again, and I told her, I'm still on the motorway, I'm still on the highway. And what she did, she then called to the relevant people. She told to the Vice Chancellor about the whole situation, and the Vice Chancellor gave instruction to his manager that please reschedule the meeting with Shamaila, and we can do it to some other time when she is available, and he is available, of course. And this is how we handled the whole situation. We booked another time in the calendar for that presentation, and now instead of me worrying about the situation and panicking what I'm going to tell to the Vice Chancellor and how I'm going to explain, I just did the right thing. I took the practical steps. I took the picture of the situation. I sent it to the manager of the VC. I explained the situation. She could check online, on the Google map, that this is how the situation is developing, and she understood, the VC understood, and we rescheduled another time for tomorrow, right? So the whole purpose of making this video is to make you understand when something like this happen in any part of your life. Either you are in a working person, you are not working, in whatever capacity of life you are, if situations like this happen, there is a very obvious and instant reaction is we get panicked, and that's very normal. You get panicked, we all are human beings, so the first reaction is we get panicked. But then do not let it get control of you, your emotions and your mind and your thoughts. Think about what is the best possible things I can do in this situation, and then organize things accordingly, and you will see, when you will start looking into the practical solutions, then you will automatically start getting out of that particular situation. So yeah, this is the whole story I shared with you, and if you have any other questions related to your degree, your Masters by Research or Masters program in the UK, or for your PhD on a scholarship position, contact me and I will guide you.